I think a lot of people have a lot of questions. I usually get marriage-related questions and then I refuse to answer them. So I feel like this can only be answered when somebody can answer it with experience. It's not like you went to school to learn how to run a marriage. It's something you have to figure out. But one of the first questions I thought I would ask was in line with this generation as a whole. A lot of people in my generation, in our age group, and higher, a lot of them, their marriages are not failing for anything serious, if I would put it that way. Most of them decide, well, I don't want to be with this person. I'm tired of this person. I want something more interesting. How would you describe to people how it would mean to be in a committed relationship like you've had, where you've gone through everything, you've seen everything, you've dealt with everything, and you're still together over 3 decades. So how would you be able to articulate that to people who are failing to move forward or continue their marriages? To sum that all up, how can people learn to stay committed in their marriages, as direct as it is? Because our generation, and even now, it's the weird. Commitment is one of the biggest failure points for a lot of people. And three decades it's not heard of anymore. There are people who don't even think they'll reach 3 decades or a decade in marriage. So that's question number 1.
Okay, because this is lunch hour and this is my program, I'll start first, and then my husband, my better half, will chip in. Commitment is about being intentional. And we have been intentional about staying together. The Bible says that is why a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave. Now, cleaving is about effort. Not be with, but cleave. Cleaving is about applying effort, applying energy. And there are many difficult things that will come because a marriage grows and marriage transitions. And there are times when you have just met each other and there are butterflies. You look at someone, there will be butterflies in your stomach. You are shaking. And that is a season. And then another season is ushered in. When the pregnancy comes, the babies come, and it will be very, very, very difficult to now, feel the butterflies when you're breastfeeding, and you have twins that are crying, and you have Junior that is demanding the attention, who is just like maybe less than 2 years older. So now you have transitioned to from just butterflies
to
responsibility.
And
I can see that there are so many people our age who want to create the impression that their marriage is just butterflies and it is like that and it is exactly the way it was when I met you. The butterflies are there, but not all the time. We have now transitioned to a point of responsibility. Now the children have come. You are believing God for money to pay their school fees. Money to look for a home for them. And for us, we are serving God, so we are believing God for money even to build the house of the Lord. So now you have to start being intentional. You have to create the atmosphere for those butterflies. They are not going to come naturally. You even have to You even have to set the timetable and say, honey, you are coming home early today, and then we are going to watch a movie, and we're going to do, it's not automatic. And then you have to get the children ready, put them away. So we are very intentional about about us staying together. There is no one on earth who would not want a younger person. I'm sure when he looks at me, he says, I wish you were 20. He says, I'm better now than ever before. But we are very, very intentional, and I just want to advise all the young people to treat your marriage with intent. Look at the virtuous woman in the Bible. She's a seasonal woman. There are times when she wakes up early. And I'm sure those were the times of childbirth and all that. She wakes up early. And then there are times when she became now a businesswoman. And then there is a season when her husband was praised at the gates because she was supporting her husband, and he became a powerful magnet in the city. So through all this, you have to be intentional, and we have been intentional. We have moved from butterflies to creating, from natural butterflies to creating butterflies. And it has worked for us. It has really worked for us. And anything that is lost can be brought back. So for those people who feel, I don't want this spouse, I really do not want to look at him, I'm tired of him, those moments can be recreated. And especially remembering what you have been through together, and being able to recreate the things that you enjoyed most.
Well, somebody clap your hands to Jesus. I think you have nailed it on the head. And I think that's the answer. I'll only add a few sentences. When you are intentional, your marriage needs innovation. You have to be innovative. You have to each one of you at any given time based on your giftings. Because remember, we don't marry the same, you marry the opposite. That's why marriage is not for the same sex. It's the opposite. You marry opposite. Someone who has giftings completely different from yours. Let me just give an example. When I saw Pastor Jessica, I was single. I had a largest choir of single. I had the church was full of single people. When you're a single pastor, you attract more single people around you. But when I saw her, she was not a preacher, she was not a singer, she was not an evangelist, she was just someone come with the grace of God. But yet I could see someone who will be with me and do the ministry and touch nations and be able to glorify God. Now we may be preaching, but you can definitely know. Yes, she said, you are my teacher, my prophet, but you can see it's the Holy Spirit teaching her. The message she preaches, the book she writes, the people she's touching, it's fantastic. So your marriage you must be innovative. You must come with something that will carry the other partner to another level. We've just been preaching in Germany. Before we finished here, we were involved in different meetings. We hosted Ben here. We were so exhausted. Then we found ourselves that now we have to go to Germany. Preach, minister to the people. When I came back, I had to go to Kampala to preach. You see, that becomes your life. You're tired. You're moving in, coming back. Moving in, coming back. So you may even forget a day like this. Not because you didn't care, but chances are that because you are too tired. And this is what happened to so many young couples that are coming up. Because both of them may be working, they may be professional, and then what they find is that they are no longer finding time with each other. And because this one is working, the job is demanding. And also, because when you are not innovative, for example, may I say this? And because all our lives have been in public, anyway, I better even talk about this. When we got married, my life was surrounded with masses of people. The ministry was a chigo. We had all walks of life. She was the center of attention in her family. She's the only girl in her family. And you know the relations between a father and daughters. And we were even talking about it because we took our daughters to the crusade in Germany. And you could see what they were looking out. They always look out for dad. They always look at things. He hasn't eaten. He hasn't done this. What's happening? And Robert always looks about his mom. Is mom back? Is she okay? But if you're not innovative, it is very easy to believe a lie that the other spouse is no longer attractive or love has gone out of that. I could go preach for 3 months and then I come back and she has already cooked a whole buffet for me only. I mean, she could cook for a whole night if I was coming back the following day.
Kubanga kino kyalinga kyadda.
When I was returning,
yatambulanga emyezi 3.
Pastor would travel for 3 months.
Nga ne sente za tiketi tukkiririza bukkiriza ezinadda.
We would even believe God for return ticket money.
Nga tetulina sente n'atambula emyezi 3-4.
He would travel for 3-4 months.
N'akomawo.
He would return.
Nga ntegese empombo.
When I've organized Luwombo.
Ntegese enkoko ennyama kyagezaako gamba.
I've organized a buffet for him to find it.
So
Nabano nembambaza, I would dress up all my children and take them to the airport.
So I remember Robert ngajira mu kasuuti ke ne bow tie.
Pastor Robert would come in a suit and a bow tie.
N'abawala nga bito bwe biti nga bijja n'ebimuli.
And the twins would come with flowers.
Kati notamanya okwata ekimuli oba ositule ba baby.
You wonder, do you carry the baby or catch the flowers?
But that was a level of high innovation.
Kwali kuyiya kintu kipya ekyenjawulo.
And you are always looking forward okuddayo ewa awaka.
Nga buli kaseera baweesunga nzireyo ddi ewaka.
But not only that,
si ekyo kyokka,
you could see how we began to divide the roles.
Ng'olaba engeri gye tulaga nti gwe okola kino nange nkole kino.
She really is an educated woman, but she chose to stay to raise the children.
Yasalawo tule waka kuza abaana.
Not because she couldn't get a job.
Si kuba nti yatasobola mulimu
Her father
okukola.
has a powerful law firm.
Taata we alina law firm y'amaanyi.
But she chose to say, okay, I'm going to raise my family.
Yasalawo tule waka kuza abaana family.
Innovation is very important. Era kyogeddeko.
She has spoken
Nti
about
mubeera mu
it.
phases.
You go
Waliwo
through
phase eno ne mugenda mu phase
phases.
endala.
You go through
Ne mutuuka mu
phases.
phase endala.
You get to another phase.
Because at the end of the
Gye
day,
biggwera byonna,
people look at the family,
abantu batunuulira famire yammwe,
not the experience.
si biki bye muyiseemu.
Bwe bajja ku mbaga,
When they come for a wedding,
abantu balya,
people will
ne
eat,
bazina, ne banyumirwa,
they dance and enjoy the
ne bakuba
music,
ebifaananyi.
they take pictures.
But be bantu be bamu,
The same people,
bwe banalaba nga amaka galemye,
when the marriage is failing,
ng'abaana tebavuddeemu kantu,
your children have nothing has come out of
ate be
them,
bajja okuwandiika amawulire.
they will be producing newspapers.
So I'm bringing the word of innovation because innovation is large,
Ndeta
and I
okuyiya
don't want
kubanga-
to stop other questions that are coming.
Okuyiya kigazi,
She laid the foundation.
yateekawo
You must
musingi.
be intentional.
Olina okuba nga ekikola kigenderere.
When you are intentional,
Bw'okola ebintu kigenderere,
you will be innovative.
ojja kuyiiya ebipya.
You'll find ways
Ojja kufuna engeri yonna
of
esoboka
creating the spark again.
okuddamu okuba nga muli mu mukwano ogwa waggulu.
Okay, that's powerful.
Kyamaanyi ekyo.
And if you are a lady, you can take a leaf.
Oba oli mukyala yigira ku ekyo naawe.
Like he has given the testimony, we were not rich.
Musumba adde obujulizi tetwali bagagga.
But even the little money I had,
Naye n'akasente akatono ke nayinawo
I would make sure I saved to make those mpombos when he came back.
nga nterekosa omufumbira oluwombo ng'akomawo.
And I would at least hire a car.
Nga at least mpangisa emmotoka.
Put my babies in the car.
Abaana ne mbateeka mu mmotoka.
I would give Robert a French cut.
Robert nga musala akaviira bulungi.
I put a bow tie on him and he hated those bow ties.
Nga tayagala botayi naye nga njimwambaza.
The moment I would put a bow tie, he would say, "Are we going to the airport?"
Kasita namwambaza ng'ettayi ng'ambuuza mama tugenda ku kisaawe ky'ennyonyi.
And I would say, "Yes, Daddy is coming back."
Ng'amugamba taata akomawo.
And I would buy flowers for the baby, my twin daughters.
Ng'angula ebimuli abaana bye banaasitula abalongo.
And we would go and meet him.
Ne tugenda tumusisinkana.
So you don't need a lot to be innovative.
Teweetaaga kuba na bingi okusobola oyiiya ekipya.
But you need to be intentional.
Naye weetaaga obikola
It's
n'ekigendererwa.
something you plan to do.
Otegeka nti ngenda kukola kino.
And you're doing it for the sake of your marriage.
Ng'okikola ku lwa bufumbo bwo.
That is so powerful.
Yes, Pastor Malina.
And I know that the youth, that's something that's lacking in the youth, is
Nkimanyi abavubuka abasinga
intentionality.
tebakiina okukola ebintu
People are
n'ekigendererwa.
doing things just to do them.
Abantu bakola tuusa
They don't
mukolo.
have meaning behind those, the purpose behind those actions.
Akola ebintu naye nga
So-
talina kigendererwa kyakyo.
I hope the youth are taking notes.
Nsuubire abavubuka muwandiika
Not just
muyiga.
youth, anyone here.
Si bavubuka bokka naye
Where
mwenna
you're
abali wano.
struggling. For me, the biggest thing, 34 years.
Emyaka 34 gino
That is not a small amount of time.
obudde si butono.
But many of us, I know even Rob and I, when we were first going to get married, people kept telling us, keep Christ in the center of your marriage. Keep Christ at the center of your marriage.
Yesu yababeera mu makkati g'obufumbo bwamwe, mukubire Yesu mu makkati g'obufumbo bwamwe.
Luckily, we have amazing parents and pastors
Tuli bamukisa tulina abasumba abalungi era abazadde abalungi
who have been role models in that area.
ababadde ab'okulabirako mu ekyo eky'okukuumira Yesu wakati mu
But I
bufumbo.
wanted to ask,
Yagadde obuuza
what does it truly mean
kitegeeza ki ddala
to keep Christ in the center of your marriage?
okukumira Yesu wakati
for
mu
this
bufumbo
long?
bwammwe okumala ebbanga lino lyonna?
Wow.